Hello and welcome here to Bracken Moor for this Northern Premier League match between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Long Eaton United. I am your commentator for this evening, Adam Allcroft, here for the match tonight. A match we have never seen before. This will be the very first time these two sides will take each other on, as the Steels take on the Blues of Long Eaton. Long Eaton having been promoted from the Northern Counties last year to come and play in this division, and it is back to league action. Both sides are coming off the back of fantastic FA Cup victories. Stocksbridge, for the first time in many years, are in the second qualifying round. We now know we will be facing Marine in that next round, and just in about less than a fortnight's time. Whereas Long Eaton, they beat Hednesford Town despite a goal from Leroy Leiter of all people for the opposing side, Hednesford. Long Eaton were able to get through, and for the first time in their history, they've reached the second qualifying round for these 2 years in a row. So, we'd like to thank everyone who is going to be listening tonight. I'm sure we're going to see a wonderful match here with both sides high on confidence. Long Eaton looking to really impress in this division after getting promoted last year. Stocksbridge, though, having a bright start themselves, though haven't won a league match here as the players start to walk out now. So Long Eaton, both teams are high on confidence. They'll be looking to play good football and looking to try and get a victory as they look to challenge towards the top of the table. Long Eaton will not want to be dragged into a relegation battle for sure. So as the players just move into position, we will come out with the lineups for you. So for Stockbridge today, number one and in goal is Harrison Davison Hale. Then it's Jordan Lemon, Jack Tinker, Mitch Langton, last week's winner Elliot Murray, Charlie Oglesby, Curtis Turner, the captain Ross Goodwin, Luke Rawson, Thomas Poole, and finally Lewis McCaskill keeps his place after his very first start on Saturday. On the bench is Zach Reynolds, Alex O'Connor, Cody Pryor, Gareth Curtis and Oliver Norman. So for Long Eaton today, in goal for them is Sam Wilson, then it's Tom Marshall, Jamie Walker, Jamie Maguire, Romain Graham, Tyrese Robinson, Mika Jebison, Danny Gordon, Cameron Campbell, Rico Fife and Jack Rogers. On the bench for tonight is Brad Wilson, James Taylor, Jermaine Hollis, Sam Parker and Alex Marshall, who's actually related to Tom Marshall, who's in the Stormlight. They're brothers. So we've just seen Long Eaton huddled up ahead of the match while Stocksbridge look to peel off into their positions ready. The referee taking the ball to the halfway spot as we are just 2 minutes away from kick-off here. Both linesmen going to head into the middle now as we continue our preparations. Only a few other games on tonight to let you know. 2 other games, that is. Shildon are against Consett in a local derby, while I'll tell you what the witches, see what's going off in the rest of the league, but there's just 3 games tonight, as I was correct the first time. Shildon are facing Consett in a local derby there, as well as Worksop facing Lincoln United. They're the only other 2 games happening in the Northern Premier League East tonight. There are also some FA Cup replays. We will try and keep you up to date with those as well. A few of our teams at our level in those replays tonight, which includes Grantham Town, who obviously have had to play 2 games away now in the FA Cup due to the replay, as their pitch is currently unplayable due to the chafer ground problem that we talked about on Bank Holiday Monday. So the music has stopped. Long Eaton are preparing for the kick-off. So here we go, ready soon. Long Eaton ready to get going. Still waiting for the referee, just taking his time as he seems to count the players. Looks at the OK from the goalkeepers. And here we go. The game has kicked off with Long Eaton starting off. Long Eaton in the red and black striped shirts, red shorts, red socks, kicking from right to left, while Stocksbridge Park Steels are in the yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks, kicking from left to right. So it's an early throw in here for the Steels. Here's Jordan Lemon, has it here inside his own half. Long Eaton almost immediately knocking it out of play. Throwing it towards Luke Rawson, head behind here to McCaskill, looking for Poole, and Poole has got on the right-hand side, and there might be an early opportunity for the Steels here. Poole, taking it inside, looks for the low pass, but it's been blocked there by Long Eaton, who clears it. Maybe the wrong option from Thomas Poole there. Yeah, it's going to be a throw in there to Long Eaton after Murray heads it out there as well. Throwing to Stocksbridge, I mean, the final touch being adjudged to come from off Long Eaton player. So John Lemon throwing it down, looking for Rawson, who's having his shirt pulled quite a bit there. It's bounced off him. Turner's headed it forward, but headed back to Poole, who looks for Rawson on the right-hand side, and Rawson's got it here. He's trying to get to the byline, but a good stand-in tackle there from the former Frickley man, Tyrese Robinson. There blocks it, and it's going to be, is it a corner or a throw in there, actually? It's actually going to be an early corner kick for the Steels, just 1 minute into the game. The Steels scoring from a corner at the weekend. We have now scored more corners this season than we've in the entirety of last season. Poole puts the corner in. It's headed away by Long Eaton, though. Well dealt with. Back with Turner now, though. Turner looking onto the left-hand side. He's got Goodwin as an option. He passes to Goodwin, who passed it first time, but it's been cleared away by Long Eaton. Only sliced, though. Goodwin heads it sideways, but to no one in particular, it's cleared away by Cameron Campbell, but only back to Tinker. And now to Goodwin, and Goodwin's pass is loose, and Long Eaton tried to build back with it, but it's only gone to Langton, and Langton looking for the overlap thing of Poole, but there's no way. Rawson went down, but no free kick was ever going to be given for that. Back with Long Eaton now in their defence. It's with Robinson now. Just takes the touch before passing it forwards. There's with Maguire, the former Fleetwood man. Knocks it forward, but only for Tinker to head it back away. When it's going to be some bit of head tennis here, as Langton's the latest to get a header onto it, and it's just going to be this sort of battle that we were used to in non-league. Long Eaton are the ones who've got that down, and they're trying to spread it out to the right wing, but Tinker's intercepted it well. It's now gone to McCaskill, who is going to turn and run. He's cut inside and tries to pass it through, but he's been tackled, and his pass there did get blocked, and now Long Eaton trying to get the attack away, but Lemon's blocked it well. Both teams looking to attack early on in this game. With Poole now. Poole looking for Rawson here on the right-hand side. He does get it. It's been pushed around there by Robinson a bit, but Robinson knocks out play. It's a throw into the Steels. With Jordan Lemon now stepping up as the game slows down a bit. It's been a very quick start so far. And I think there's some sort of alarm going off in the background somewhere. Here, Lemon throws it down to Langton. Langton looking to give it back to Lemon. Lemon's put in the cross, and it's a teasing cross, but it's gone over everyone's heads. It's going to go to the left-hand side, where Danny Gordon's going to gather it and clear it up, and he's got it to Cameron Bull, who's flicked it onto the right-hand side, where Mikar Jebison is. He's kept it in play there, Jebison, very well. Looking for Campbell. Campbell is unmarked, could get to it. He's got it over Davison Hale. It's going to go wide, though, and there's appeals there, because Davison Hale did get into Campbell at the end, but no foul, no penalty given for that one. And that had angered some of the Long Eaton coaching staff here. So he's back now with Davison Hale to take his first goal kick. And that was a dangerous looking ball that could have gone off a lot worse if Campbell had the better finish there. If you are listening to us on the live commentary on YouTube tonight, please do feel free to get involved by commenting on our YouTube channel. Would be very grateful for any comments we get, and as we do like the social interaction, and plus it helps the stream get seen more, which is always good news. There's a bit of a battle here that Rawson's won out with. It's gone to Poole, who's looking for a ball over the top. It is going to be covered by Marshall here, who's allowed that to bounce and go back to Sam Wilson. So Wilson is able to get his hands onto the ball for a bit. Works as a goalkeeping coach as well for Long Eaton, Wilson. They do have a young goalkeeper not in the squad today, Mitchell Livers, who will be who Wilson will probably be priming to replace him, which is a bit of a weird one. For him, it must be at least. Ogilvie just cleared one to McCaskill there. McCaskill's tried to get it across field there, but it's gone short and will be cleared away by Long Eaton. It's back with Davison Hale now. So Davison Hale is taking his time before he rolls it out in front of him. Look, still yet to keep a clean sheet after his debut one against Golkar. He'll be looking to do so today. Thrown up here, but headed away there by Long Eaton. It's gone through to Fife. He's going to be taken down there by Turner. It's a free kick there for the away side. So back here, and Jamie Walker is the one who is going to be taking this one. Sends it long here, looking for Rogers, who's scored 4 goals this season already. We're looking to make it a 5th. He's been held by Lemon a bit there. Langton's coming now to try and get him, but Rogers has got past one. Langton is going to tackle a second time. It's gone loose into the box, being cleared away there, and eventually is hacked away. No, but it is with Maguire now. Maguire takes the short pass, and McCaskill's in there to try and tackle, and the ball has tried to slip through to the right wing, but it's unable to, and Tinker's going to carry it away, and Tinker's going to go in one of these charging runs. It's a fantastic ball from Jack Tinker to Lewis McCaskill. McCaskill on the left-hand side, he's got Roman Graham facing up with him. He's trying to pass Graham, just stumble past him in the end before it's cleared away there by Long Eaton, but it's a good run there from the winger there. But now it's immediately on attack with Mikar Jebison, who crosses block. So Jebison there looking, has already been quite dangerous so far in this game. The brother of Daniel Jebison, who you might know playing for Sheffield United, just down the road. I wonder if Daniel Jebison may have made a visit here today. Not sure. I think he would. I don't know if United are playing today. Shows you how much I pay attention to some of the Football League stuff now at the moment. So it's just on the right wing here as Long Eaton are just taking their time for the throw-in, and they're going to throw it backwards here, and it's back onto the right wing here. Yeah, ball's going to go into the box now. It's just been knocked out to Maguire, who's taking the long-range shot. It's a great save from Davison Hale there. Maguire there, the long-range shot, a man who may have got tips from his former teammate Jamie Vardy, who he played alongside with at Fleetwood Town. And he's earned a corner for Long Eaton here, with that long-range shot being very well saved from Harrison Davison Hale. And here comes the corner. He's going to look for the near post here. It's just about knocked away there. Elliot Murray there with a key knock away at the near post. Second ball's going in. Davison Hale punches it away. Only back to Maguire there. Maguire takes a touch. He's going for another shot. Blocked this time from Goodwin. Headed back into the box here. And it was Jebison looking to get on the end of it, but it's going to go back to Davison Hale. And there's some dangerous play there from Long Eaton to be wary of. 7 minutes gone in this game. It's 0-0 between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Long Eaton United. Back now with Davison Hale, who is going to boot this one up, looking for Rawson, who's kneed it out, and Rawson, it does appeals for every time because he is getting pulled around a lot. The referee doesn't, we haven't seen any referee really penalise some of the pulls and pushes Rawson gets, as Long Eaton throws this one up into the attacking area now. It's been well kept in here by Rogers before it goes back to Walker, who sends it long, but that's going to bounce in the box, and Davison Hale is able to claim it. So Long Eaton are showing some good promise in this game so far, some good attacking moves, and they've had that good range shot there as Goodwin and one of Long Eaton's players have gone up there together, and what that foul is an offside after that header. A goal in the Northern Premier League East as Consett have taken the lead against Shildon through Darren Holden. Has gone back for Oglesby to take this free kick as Cameron Campbell's getting warned a bit for being too close, and Oglesby's told to send it back a bit more, with the linesman standing like a statue saying it's here. Now back with Davison Hale to take the free kick. He's looking for the right wing where Rawson is. Headed away though, but only back to Lemon, who's going to try and volley it into the box, but that's cleared as well. Now for Campbell, who's looking to hold the ball up. He's got it onto Rogers on the left wing, and he's looking for the bursting run here, and they're almost there, but Davison Hale doing some classic sweeper keepering has avoided that one, and his ball's gone right to Poole here, who's just had it knocked off a Long Eaton player, and Poole's given the foul. Well, I thought he gave the foul. He has given the foul away there. For a bit of a late push. I think Poole was getting a bit frustrated there that he wasn't able to get onto that one. Davison Hale's clearance almost turned into a very good pass. 9 minutes gone in this game so far, 0-0 between Stocksbridge and Long Eaton. After a bright start from Stocksbridge, Long Eaton growing back into it now and looking as the better side at the moment. Ball going long from Long Eaton, looking to try and get it into the box. Headed away by Murray and headed on by Lemon. Poole's going to gather it. He gets it to Langton, who heads it forwards to Turner, who's going to get it down in his feet, spins a bit under his feet, but he gets through to Langton, who tries the one-touch pass looking for McCaskill, but it's well blocked off by Marshall there. Back with Wilson here. Ball going long. Yeah, it's going to be Jebison and Tinker clashing there, and the foul's going to be given against Jebison for that one. jumping together, and more of a foul on Jebison's side than anyone else's, so the free kick back to the Steels there. So it's one for Davison Hale here, who's just coming up, who just made a very impressive save from Jamie Maguire. Very powerful long-range effort there for the former Hemsworth goalkeeper to deal with, as Davison Hale clears this one up, looking again for Rawson Long, but it's headed away from him, and it's back with Long Eaton into midfield, and Long Eaton are winning every aerial battle at the moment as they pass it around in midfield, but it's well tackled by McCaskill, who's going to run centrally for it. He's going more side at the moment, but he's looking forward. Gets it to Poole on the right-hand side. Poole just takes a touch. He's being covered quite well there at the moment. He's trying to get to the byline. Poole sends a cross in. Go for everyone, and it's bounced off. I believe it was Tyrese Robinson. The last touch has gone off, and it's been saved there by Sam Wilson, but very almost an own goal there. Rawson very close to getting a touch onto it. Dangerous cross from Thomas Poole, almost being knocked in. And it's now for Wilson to clear this one away. Looking for Marshall on the right-hand side. He's knocked onto Jebison. Jebison's touch is heavy, and Tink has managed to clear that way, but only to Danny Gordon. He's going to Marshall on the right-hand side. He's put the ball in, but ball's not really aimed at anyone in particular. So Davison Hale has got it back. No, Worksop Town have taken the lead against Lincoln United. Jay Rollins has given them the lead there. But that clearance from Davison Hale is cleared up, and Long Eaton have got it back at left back with Jamie Walker. He's been well charged down by Poole there. He blocked it, only for Graham to clear it out for a throw-in. And it's actually gone to Long Eaton there, so the linesman must have adjudged it to come off the Steels player. I'll be honest, I didn't see that myself, but I'm going to trust the referee on this occasion. Can be a dangerous one, trusting the referees, but we'll do that for now. Jamie Walker throws this one up, on back to Murray, just boots it right out of play. And well, normally when you talk about top bins, it means it's hit the top of the corner, but he's actually hit the top of the bin. Back with Graham there, who's passed it forward to Gordon. He's now got into the right-hand side where Tom Marshall is. Now back for Graham, who's knocked it onto Tyrese Robinson. Oh, that's sweet. One of our supporters has gone and put the bin lid back. She's doing a good job. Maybe we'll get her as a volunteer. I think it's one of our Stocksbridge junior players who's shining such a good light on the club. Lemon throwing this one long, looking for Rawson, but he does head it on a bit that time, and actually came off last off at Tyrese Robinson. He cleared. It's onto the right-hand side now with Long Eaton. It's with Tom Marshall at the moment. And his ball forward is blocked, and it's out for a throw-in here. Throw goes long, it's headed on, and it's going to be covered here by Murray, who's actually having to be a bit quicker on it, and he's had to boost it right out to play, because I think it was a bit too casual there, and he didn't realise how much Jebison was closing him down. So it's another throw-in for Long Eaton on this right-hand side as they look to build and create the attack. Thrown short to Maguire, and he passed back. It was meant to go back to Marshall, but instead it's gone right out of play for a throw-in to the Steels. Bit of a poor mistake there from Long Eaton, which has given the ball right back to Stocksbridge in a position they will quite like, because there'll be a chance for them to build a bit. You can just see, looking down on the bench, that Ian Richards still braving a short-sleeve polo shirt as it starts to get cooler around here in Stocksbridge. It's September, which means winter has begun. As Long Eaton clears that one, it's headed well back by Campbell, and they're going to Maguire, who's going to charge him, but Goodwin gets in on him. Maguire's kept the ball though, and Turner's going to. Actually, I thought for sure that was going to definitely be a foul, but it's not given, and Langton's got it cleared it forward, but headed away by Walker, who's going to knock it forward, and is with Long Eaton as they get being attacked. They sent it down their left wing channel, but Murray's going to cover it, pass it back to Davison Hale, who's sliced the clearance back, and it's going to go out of play for a throw into Long Eaton there. So you can see Long Eaton just they do press and press and press. Even the goalkeepers, Cameron Campbell, is full of a lot of energy so far in this game. So it's just one of their left backs. So Jamie Walker is going to throw it to the edge of the box here. If he can turn, he could get a good shot off here, but he can't. Takes a shot here, he goes here. Well saved, Davison Hale. Murray clears it out, it's a throw in there. The shot The shot there coming in from Danny Gordon there it's another one well saved. Another quick throwing goes in. Goodwin half clears it. Langton fully clears it. Poole's looking to get on the end of it. Gets the touch. Sends it down looking long here. And it's out of the box where Sam Wilson's going to try and clear away. He does here. Going to go into the left-hand side where Maguire heads it on. Murray's covering. Murray takes it to the right-hand side. Murray's going to send the pass through to Rawson, who just misses his touch, and it is back with Tyrese Robinson now, who is going to send it to Jebison on the right-hand side. Jebison takes the touch, being covered by Tinker here. Pass it into central midfield. Now with Fife, who's dropped deep to collect it. Now back with Jebison on the right wing, who got it caught under his feet, but he's still able to get the run off. He's cutting inside. Takes a pass here to Campbell, who's looking to hold the ball up, but Goodwin's well in then, and the ball is cleared. Back to Robinson there, who's headed forward to Maguire, and Long Eaton staying on the ball at the moment. On the right-hand side where Marshall is at the moment. Back with Graham here. Now to Danny Gordon, who passes it forward now. Trying to get to the left wing where Walker's looking for the overlap. It's just a bit too heavy for him. It's going to be a goal kick. Some good football from Long Eaton though so far in this game. So back with Jason Hale, and it is a bit worrying that Long Eaton have really started up in the tempo and are improving as this game goes on. So back with Jason Hale. As I can just see Ian Richards and Curtis Turner are marshalling some orders back as we see one of the Steels players is down with injury. Looks like it's Lewis McCaskill here. If he is, be a real shame. I mean, I wasn't here for Saturday's match against Atherton Collieries, that fantastic cup set game, but McCaskill coming off with rave reviews for that game, and he's really worked hard to earn his spot in this first team, and it would be a real shame if the former Claycross Town man, who's taken a massive step up to come here, coming from step 7 to step 4. Just imagine if, you know, a League 2 player made the jump up and had to play for a Premier League side. While I'm sure it's a bit narrower when you get down to these levels, that's just the breadth of what the jump he's having to do coming to Stocksbridge. But he's currently, well, he's just jumped to his feet, Lewis McCaskill, so looks like it should be okay for him to continue. He's going to head to the sidelines before he re-enters. So it's going to be back for Jason Hale's going to get the chance to take the goal kick in a second. So McCaskill looks like he will be able to return to the pitch in a short amount of time. So just wait for Davison Hale to raise his arm before he sends this out, looking for the right wing. Well, looking for Rawson here, but it's going to come short, and that allows Maguire to take out. Campbell chases it down for Fife. Fife does a lovely little tricky to avoid it. Rawson bundles into Maguire there, but no foul given. Poole's looking for McCaskill with run. He might find McCaskill here and all. It's actually well covered by Marshall. Stops it at the last moment before McCaskill gets onto it. Marshall clears out throwing, and that is the danger McCaskill can do with those sort of quick runs that just make a defence panic. Back with Tinker to take the throw in now. Right in front of the Smith advertising hoarding, next to the WSCL one. Thrown forward, headed into the box by Long Eaton, but headed away by them. Only back to Tinker though, who's going to take the touch. Go through to Rawson, who's back to Turner. Now he tries to look for the left-hand side still where McCaskill is, but he's going to be tackled, and it's going to go back to Sam Wilson here. Wilson clears it up, only for Murray to head it back away. It's back in the midfield though for Long Eaton. They've put it back to Walker now, who's passed it all the way back to Wilson. Wilson just taking his time, not being pressured by anyone, so he's going to send it forward, but it's going to get stopped by Langton here, who, well, knocked it well wide with that pass, and I think McCaskill's going to try and keep it in, but it's going to bounce out of play for a Long Eaton throw-in. We're 19 minutes gone in this game so far. It's still 0-0. Best chance of the game going Long Eaton's way with some long-distance shots that were well saved by Davison Hale. Throwing going long and headed behind them by Stocksbridge. Langton's clearance is blocked off, but that's going to go bounce out for a goal kick. Some goals in the FA Cup to tell you about while we wait for the goal kick to be taken. Lewes have taken a 1-0 lead against Sheppey United. Joe Taylor's coming from the spot there. And Beckenham Town have taken a 1-0 lead against East Grinstead. Louis Theophanos scoring that one. That was a name I had to think about for a few seconds before saying. Our friends Atherton Collieries are playing today, by the way. They're drawing 0-0 with Liversidge at the moment. A team we are very familiar with because they put about 8 past us last year. So it's like Davison Hale, who's now back, ready to take this goal kick. takes it long, looking for Rawson here, but it's going to cut short. Headed forward by Maguire, wins everything in the air. Campbell takes a touch on to Jebison, who's looking to try and get on the right-hand side. He's got Marshall on the overlap. He's found Marshall on the overlap. Knocked it through here to Fife, who's taken a few steps back, and he forced backwards quite well. Now back here into midfield, now back all the way in defence with Robinson now. Robinson going to take a touch, now sent it to his other centre back. Now back to the goalkeeper, Sam Wilson, who's now going to send it long. Lemon's going to look to try and cover that one. He does head it forward. Poole just can't get onto it. But while Maguire was the first onto that, he's at pass forward's only going out of place and throwing back to the Steels. Back to Lemon to throw this one forward. And throw it forward, looking for Rawson. Head away and almost kept in play by Long Eaton, but out for another throw in just next to the halfway line. Lemon looking for another long range on his Ian Richards and Andy Ring both give instructions to him on what to do from the throw in. Throwing going long here again, Rawson, that is the tactic. He heads it on here to Poole here. He goes down a bit, appeal for a free kick, not given. And he's going out for a throw in to Long Eaton now. Stocksbridge not really making anything stick in attack at the moment. So it'll be one for Walker to try and throw away. Usually an attacking midfielder, but making his ninth appearance here, playing at left back. As the ball goes in play, Turner tries to clear it away. Goodwin keeps it in play before Langton locks along that. Rawson's going to try and chase it, but it looks like Wilson's going to be the first onto that, and he is, and he gathers it in his arms. So it's not the most exciting of games so far here at Brackenmore, as we hit the 22nd minute mark, as we're halfway through this half. Two long distance shots from Long Eaton are basically your chances, and well, one where they did almost score an own goal here Long Eaton, but other than that, it's been well worth a 0-0. Ball goes long here, low, looking for Cameron Campbell, but Davison held first onto that. Two very quick, nifty goalkeepers here that are really trying to stop these balls around the back of the defence from really advancing into anything that could be dangerous. Dave Sales is going to roll this out in front of him. He's going to send it long, looking for Rawson. Now he's getting his shirt pulled all the way, and this time the referee will penalise that. That was because of the linesman flag as well. I think that one was just a bit too much, and now Poole gets a chance to put a delivery in, and we've seen how good Poole's deliveries are. Even if he does get unlucky not to get the assist a lot of the time, it is only two. Despite his insistence, he's got three. The one he claims as a third was from a similar position to this, where the keeper punched it out to Curtis Turner, hence why it wasn't an assist. I will claim that, but Poole will take this free kick now. Going into the box here, headed on there, but the foul by Stocksbridge is going out for a goal kick anyway, but a foul was given during that free kick. It's now back for Long Eaton.
2 points for the penalty.
And I'm just listening to Jamie Maguire here. Yeah, absolutely bark out orders to the rest of the team. He's not a happy man. He's an experienced player, having played for the likes of Fleetwood and Mansfield. And obviously he's trying to bring that experience and help Long Eaton get further on. Oh yeah. Lewis McCaskill almost catching out the full back there with the press, but has gone back to him now. Now it's with Gordon, who's dropped back into defence to collect the ball. Now we've passed it sideways to Robinson. Robson's going to take it forward here. Rawson on the chase. Lemon tries to cut out that pass, and he does. It's on to Langton now. Takes the short pass to Goodwin. Goodwin back to Langton. Lovely back heel to Goodwin. And Goodwin's going to charge. He tries to break through. He's wrestled to the ground, but no free kick given for that one. But some gorgeous football and just the cheekiest of back heels from Mitch Langton. Now with Long Eaton as they go trying to get on the attack here. Jebson passes it back here into midfield now for the away side. Gone now over to Robinson as Long Eaton spread out and try and give themselves options. Come to Rogers here, who's evaded one challenge, evaded two challenges, but before passing it sideways here to Gordon. Tries to get it to Jefferson, back we now for Maguire. Now he's going to carry it forward a bit across the halfway line. Gone to Rogers here as back to Maguire. Long Eaton happy to pass it about. They are slowly edging forwards as it's with Danny Gordon now. Now back with Robinson to Graham. They're doing plenty of passing. They're building those passing stats at the moment, but haven't been able to do anything with it now as Maguire passes it forward to Fife, who's been forced way back into his own halfway line here. Yeah, now with Robinson. Yeah, and with 5 now, it's just pass after pass after pass, but none of them going into any area that Stocksbridge will be worried about. So as it's with Gordon now, who takes a short pass here to Marshall. Go. Now with 5, just pass, pass. They must be 30 passes now. As Jamie Walker here on the left-hand side getting frustrated that the passes aren't really coming to anything at the moment. Mount packets with Tom Marshall. And I don't know how you can't just tell you it's been a pass, another pass, another pass, another pass, mostly in their own half. But this is Robinson really pressing forward and trying the run here. But Langton's in with a great slide challenge, and it's going to be a throw into Long Eaton. So about 40 plus passes there ends in a throw-in. And you do sometimes wonder what the point in that was. Is back with Walker now, but he's been robbed by Poole, and it's going to be out for another throw into Long Eaton. Took a long decision to do that. Walker throws it quickly to 5. 5 going to get it onto the right-hand side where Marshall is. The passing's a bit quicker this time now with Danny Gordon. Tries to pass it forward here, goes to Rogers. Rogers looking to make some space for himself, goes sideways onto the right-hand side. Tries to put it into the 6-yard area. Langton clears it right back. It's gone behind Jebson. Jebson is going to collect it though. He's looking to cut inside. He's got Tinker covering. Jebson's forced backwards here. Tries to pass it back, and it's going to have to play for another Long Eaton throw. So throw in here. Go back now to Roman Graham. Now with Robinson. Takes the touch, but goes to 5 now. Well, Rogers, I mean. Rogers cutting inside, having a good run inside, looking for Jebson on the right wing. It's a good pass there to Jebson on the right. It's been covered by Tinker. Jebson's going to run now, going to get to the byline. Crosses blocked by Tinker, corner kick, Long Eaton. And they did that in about 5 passes, which shows you don't need to do the 30 plus. Oh my God, that was just something to commentate on. But now they have a corner kick to cause a threat from. So on the right-hand side for him to take. So when scored 3 against Hednesford, they'll be looking to do much the same here. Jack Rogers having scored twice in that one, who with a great run and pass created that opportunity. Ball goes into the box, headed forward there by Robinson, but claimed just under the bar by Harrison Davison Hale. Would have been disappointed to concede that one. Rolls out quickly to Jordan Lemon, and Jordan Lemon's on it now, running forward. Look at the passes to absolutely, and it's been blocked off, and they're looking to find that space. Lemon's left here, and they do with Campbell here, but Murray's come over to cover. Bit of a wrestling match here between the two, but Murray wins it out. Murray's gone down there, not given there. Back with Jebison, and now with Fife, who's looking for the right-hand side where Marshall is. He's got some space to move into, Tom Marshall. All looking to get on the right side, and he's out of play actually. Going to be a throw into the Steels. Emily have taken the lead against Hamler through Ira Gooden. The former workshop man doing a good job over at Emily. And just in northern matches in the FA Cup, which we'll try and limit it to, Ashington have taken a 1-0 lead against Ashton United. I think the winner of that faces Bury, if I remember rightly. So the throwing goes in from Tinker further on, but that's going to go right to Jay Maguire, but though Goodwin's doing his best to try and rob the ball off them, and this loose pass from Long Eaton's gone right to Langton, who's going to get it onto the left-hand side, but the pass was looking to be good before it was blocked off, and Long Eaton are going to carry it away, get it through to Fife here, who's going to take a touch, and he's got some space to work with, but Goodwin's into his face, and he's forced the pass to go right to Rawson, but Rawson's lost the ball quickly back to Fife now, so Fife on it again. Fife going to take the short one back to Robinson here. Now with Maguire. Maguire taking his time just inside his own half. Takes the short option here to Gordon, who passes immediately blocked before that touch from McCaskill though was loose. It's with Langton now still anyway. Now with Curtis Turner, who's going to take it down the left-hand side. Turner trying to cut inside a bit. And he tries to find Langton there, but they'll pass loose, and this could be a great chance for Long Eaton here, because that pass has been a great one for them. They may have slipped through Jebson here. Jebson cuts inside. What a challenge from Elliot Murray! Fantastic standing challenge. The only thing you like, it was like Bobby Moore's right on Pele there, basically. Well, Jarzinho, I don't know which one it was, but it was a fantastic challenge from Elliot Murray. Standing tackle, clean as anything, and it stopped an almost certain goal from Mikar Jebison. Fantastic block from the defender, who's been going from strength for the Steels. And Long Eaton have just earned themselves a free kick in the Steels half, about 40 yards out on the right hand side, so it's a chance for them to put the ball in. More teams have doubled their lead in the Northern Premier League East. Worksop Town now 2-0 lead thanks to Alexander Starsenko, and Concert are 2-0 up on Shildon thanks to Daniel Capewell. So chance for Long Eaton to put the ball in. Here it goes, going in, looks deadly here, but right into Davison Hale's arms. Comfortably claimed by the young goalkeeper. Being ever present in the team this year, which is a good job because there's no other goalkeeper signed or even one who's been dual registered out. Kicks it long here, bounces out to Thomas Poole, takes it to Goodwin. Goodwin's going to pass it back to Lemon here. Lemon just looking, he's going to be challenged here, but does start to get through to Goodwin anyway. Goodwin gets it through to Turner, takes the touch, tries to find the pass behind him, but he's been blocked off here, and Robinson's going to carry it away, and Murray blocks that pass though, but it's back with Jebison, who's switched onto the left wing now. Now with Robinson, who's still playing sort of in central midfield at the moment. Now through to Gordon here. Great tackle there though from Tinker, stops that before Oglesby clears it away. Going to go back to Sam Wilson now though. Wilson now through to Fife. Fife just takes the touch before puts it onto the right hand side where it's with Graham now. Now back with Robinson as they calm down the game here with 32 minutes gone in this game. They are looking here for Walker, I mean, with a long pass, but it's just too ahead of him and it's going to go out for a goal kick. So back for a goal kick for Davison Hale to take. Good pass though, good idea to try and find Tom Marshall there. Tom Marshall, James Walker made that mistake again. It was a good idea. James Walker is one of the liveliest players for Long Eaton this season. Scored twice already. Ready. Ball going long here, headed behind by Long Eaton to McCaskill, who's going to take the touch, looking to turn, but the ball's going to be bounced away from him. It's back in the midfield here, and Goodwin's going to charge into a player onto Maguire. And Maguire and the referee unhappy, demanding a booking on Goodwin. Back here with Fife. Takes it short here to Graham. Takes the short one to Gordon now. So Gordon here in midfield, giving it to Fife. Fife here going to try and look it to get to Jebison, who looks at the turn, but Murray into him well. Back with Fife now. Fife looking to get it on the right-hand side where Rogers is, but can be headed away there by McCaskill, and the throw is going to be taken for Long Eaton very quickly. They still with them with Fife now. Fife being forced backwards there. Does have to forced to pass it back now to Robinson. They do have a lot to get a lot of possession, Long Eaton, but they haven't been able to do much with it at the moment. It's with Jebison, who's tried to get onto the right-hand side. He does. It's with Danny Gordon now. Gordon rolls away from the challenge very well. Gets it back onto Tom Marshall. It is definitely Tom Marshall, that one. Back into central midfield for Long Eaton. And it's going to go back now here to Robinson. And it's going to try and slip it through here, but the ball's bounced here and it's on to Rawson. Rawson, though, fighting for the ball with Jebison. There's a big tussle between the two before Lemon gets a tackle in. Bounced off, going to be a Long Eaton throw in there. Quickly taken by Walker here, this throw in. Going to get to Campbell here. Murray's gone down here and Campbell's gone on the left-hand side here, being covered here. And it's a free kick here to Long Eaton, even though Long Eaton had the advantage. And the man who was on the floor was Elliot Murray, which is a weird one, to say the least. It's a free kick, though, in a dangerous position, though, for Long Eaton on this left-hand side, past the byline of the box. Takes it short here to Fife. It's back in play. Are the Stocksbridge defenders aware? There they are now. Ball still not gone in. Back to Maguire. Maguire's going to miss a sliding challenge, go through, slips the pass here to the right-hand side where Rogers is, but he curls a shot over. And I think maybe just a few heavy touches there from that free kick meant that Stocksbridge were able to wake up enough to make sure it didn't get deadlier than it could have been. 0-0 here after 35 minutes between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Long Eaton, and I'll be honest, it hasn't looked like changing from that scoreline in a game that will not wow the neutrals so far. Davison Hale will boot this one out. Looking for Turner here actually, but headed forward here by the number 8 here before Oglesby clears it away. Now back on the right hand side here before Tinker gets his tackle in. Now with Gordon, who's moving on to the right hand side. He avoids the challenge of McCaskill very well. Still on the right hand side for Long Eaton. They're trying to cut inside, slip it down the right there, looking for Jebison, but it's too heavy. It's out for a goal kick for the Steels. So we're back with Davison Hale here for the young goalkeeper to take. So still got his clean sheet for today, the goalkeeper. A lot of Steels games have ended up 0-0 at half time. It doesn't seem to be until the second half where a lot of these matches liven up. It was the same on Saturday as well, though Steels did have their chances in that one. He's back with Long Eaton in midfield there. I think Goodwin had a bit of a late kick out on someone, but got away with it. They're going long here for Oglesby to head it out. It's going to be a throw into Long Eaton. It is all Long Eaton at the moment, but they're not creating anything clear cut at the cut. Is now on the right hand side here. Takes short here to Fife this throw in. Fife has a bit of time on the ball before passing it through to Maguire. Takes the quick pass. Looking for the 1-2 here with Campbell, but not given it. Campbell's still on the ball. Steps it onto the right hand side. Welling from Tinker's blocked it, but still is with Campbell there now with Fife, who's taking his time on the ball before he passes it back into defence where Graham is. Now through to Rogers, who's trying to slip through his man. Fife trying to get through to Campbell, trying to bounce back. Murray, he does, takes a shot, and it hits the post and bounces into Davison Hale's arms, and that's the closest we've seen to a goal as the post saves Davison Hale there. And that needs to be a wake-up call to the Stocksbridge defence. Davison Hale rolls it up. Just got an attendance here of 136 for this game. Just been announced. As ball cleared it, a Long Eaton throw in here on the left hand side. Back for Walker to take this throw in. Looked like he might quickly take it back to Sam Wilson, who's not seen much of the ball in the last 20 minutes, but Walker's going to throw it forward, headed on by Campbell. There's a bit of appeal for a free kick for a high foot, not given. Back with Long Eaton now, with Gordon at the moment. Now what does the 1-2? Back with Gordon on the halfway line. Takes a short pass forward, and he now goes back to Gordon. Everything going through Gordon at the moment. He's going to avoid the challenge here of Rawson before doubling back. That's Fife there, looking onto the right hand side where Jebison is. Jebison chests it down, does the back heel, and gets through that back heel here onto the right hand side before Turner's in to clear it away. It is all Long Eaton at the moment, and that is a worrying thing, and the Steels will need to get all of this game quickly because they don't want to go in a half time behind. Throw goes out here to Maguire. Going to be a lofted ball in, but Lemon heads it away. Before it gets headed back into the box by Long Eaton, and there's going to be a foul against the Steels there. Not against Long Eaton there. Free kick for Stocksbridge. So Stocksbridge really need to get back into this. They are struggling at the moment to get anything out of their own half. And if you keep giving Long Eaton chances like they just had, eventually one's going to hit the back of the net. I felt for sure that one was going to hit the back of the net. Instead, Davison Hale now will take this free kick away. Shirebrook Town have taken a 1-0 lead against Dronfield Town. Here's Davison Hale, clears this one long. He's looking for Rawson, who gets pulled around everywhere he goes, but he does get the ball through here. And the ball's going to go on the left-hand side here. Long Eaton's going to clear this one out. It's a throw-in for Stocksbridge right in the corner flag, but it's just nice to see it. Yards and yards away from our own goal for once, and where an opportunity for Stocksbridge to score, which could be created. Would be against the run of play, though, for sure. Tinker's gone over to take it as Andy Ring shouts out his attacking orders. Now Ring being the sort of man who would score from this sort of position. Takes it short, goes back to him though, and he puts the ball into the box, headed away by Maguire. Back to Poole, who looks to turn. He's trying to avoid the tackle, but it's a well in from Long Eaton, and that's just been one of the things, is that we've not been able to keep that going. Here, on the left-hand side, and Poole stops that advance any further, a great sliding challenge, and it's going to be a throw into for Walker to take halfway into his own half. Throws it back to Wilson. Here. Just going to take the touch here. No closing down the goalkeeper like we saw sometimes quite a bit in pre-season. As he sends the ball along, but it's going to be a throw into the Steels on the right-hand side now. It's 41 minutes gone in this game so far. It's 0-0 at the moment, and you could say the Stocksbridge are lucky that it's still 0-0. Lemon going to throw this one long, looking for Rawson. It's headed on, but Maguire's caught it to his feet. He passed it back, and he gets it cleared, but only back to Lemon, who just hits it right back to one of the Long Eaton men. It's back in the Stocksbridge defence, headed away by Murray. Now back with Fife, who gets the free kick for a clip on him a bit earlier on there. Yeah, Rogers was looking for the quick free kick there, but it's been penalised, and now there's a few annoyed noises coming from fans. I'm not sure what kind of annoyed noises they are, and what they're aimed at in particular, but they're annoyed noises nonetheless. Now back here for Walker to put a ball into the box. It's going to the far end of the box, headed away by Stocksbridge before Langton gets the proper headed away. McCaskill looking to get on the end of it, does keep it in, but that's only really helped Long Eaton there. And now it's gone for Fife here into midfield. Turner's covering to try and stop him picking out a pass into the box. Does take it short to Jefferson, who tries to flick it in, but it's headed away by Ogles there. Back for Tinker, who clears it away, but only right back to Long Eaton there, and it's just put us right back into trouble really, as Fife has passed it sideways into Gordon, but his pass is poor and he's gone right to Langton, and Langton's looking to begin the counter-attack. Gets it McCaskill. McCaskill tries to get it on, but Maguire's covering, and Maguire will boot that right back out for Campbell before Murray heads it backwards. Oglesby will head it backwards as well, but that's more directioned and aimed at Davison Hale to collect. Back with Davison Hale now, who's just going to spin in his hands a bit before he boots it out. Looking for Goodwin, it could be here, but headed away, and before Rogers knocks it on, Murray blocks the knock on, but that's only got back to Fife, who's got it through to Campbell, which was the main target in the end. Campbell looks to slip through Fife. Fife is through. Fife gets it through the legs, and it's 1-0 Long Eaton, and you can't say it's undeserved. It's some good play there. It's disappointing for the Steels. They've been poor all this first half, and you've got to say Rico Fife and all the Long Eaton team have deserved to take the lead. It's disappointing to Stocksbridge. They are going to have to fight it back. They fought back in every one of their games almost, apart from the goal car match, and it's going to need a hell of a second half to try and get back into this one now. Rico Fife with the goal there. Disappointing for Stocksbridge, but SA's been coming. 44 minutes gone, 1-0 to Long Eaton. Now back for Curtis Turner to get the kick off here. It's been a really poor first half for the Steels, and they have not deserved to be in the lead or even drawing at this point. Just taking a time for this game to restart because there's another ball on the pitch at the moment. Is kicked out there by the goalkeeper Sam Wilson. And here we go, the game begins here, back with Langton now, who's going to send it immediately long to Rawson, who's gone onto the right wing, headed away though by Long Eaton, back for Lemon, who's trying to knock it into the box, headed away by Long Eaton again though, flick back to Langton, who takes the touch, and gone back to Fife, and now they're building here, and it could easily 2-0 with this sort of attack, it works. Now to Rogers, who's been pulled right down by Jordan Lemon, and it's going to be a free kick in a dangerous position and probably a booking for Lemon there. So back for a free kick, and could be an opportunity to make it 2-0 for Long Eaton there. Talking to for Jordan Lemon at the moment, who's only had one booking, so he gets his second booking of the season. Usually it's 5 by now, so we'll take that as an improvement. He is now matching his yellow cards with his goals scored, which is a rare thing because usually the yellow cards dwarf the goals. And it's going to be back here. It looks like Jack Rogers is going to take this free kick as 2 minutes added on is going to be what the referee says. We wait for this free kick to be taken. Davison Hale looking to cover. Shot's going to be on target, but it's right at Davison Hale. And Davison Hale's going to take his time here. Just been a poor performance so far from the Steels in this first half. As Cameron Campbell's there, just standing in front of him, ordering. Davison Hale not happy with the distance before Davison Hale clears it up. Rawson having his shirt pulled all over there, but nothing given. Goes through to McCaskill, but it's flicked away from him. Back to Poole, heads it forward for McCaskill to get on the end of. McCaskill there, trying to get it to the byline. Takes it past one man. McCaskill tries to get it through into the box. It's going to be a bit of a clatter in the 6-yard area, but it's claimed by Sam Wilson there in the end. Claims for a handball there from Jordan Lemon. Nothing given. Lemon and Poole charging there, and there is a Long Eaton man down there injured. Pontefract Collieries are losing 1-0 in the FA Cup, with Carl Grimshaw scoring for Charnock Richard. And Warrington Town are leading 1-0 against Morpeth Town. Tom Hannigan scoring there. As we just have a bit of a stoppage for that injury, I believe. Just trying to see who it's to. I think it was to Roman Graham. There was appeals for a handball there, but nothing given. I didn't see it clearly enough to give you a proper, accurate thing of what I thought. Is back now for Wilson to clear it up. We should be getting the half-time whistle any time now. And here it goes long here from Wilson. Long headed away by the Oglesby, but it's going to be a foul. And well, not a foul, it can be half-time here with Long Eaton leading 1-0 at the moment. The goal coming towards the end of the first half. It has been deserved. Great play between Campbell and Five going through one-on-one with the keeper and slipping it under Harrison Davison Hale. Really disappointing first half from the Steels as they suffer a bit after the Lord Mayor's parade from Saturday's great win. They'll need to bounce back in the second half. They've done it before. They're a team that have fought back in almost every game this season, but we'll see if they can do it again. It's 1-0 Long Eaton United. We'll see you in 15 minutes. With Stocksbridge Park Steels being led out by Ross Goodwin and Charlie Oglesby actually, as we prepare for this FA Cup replay, and the Steels looking to make the first qualifying round of this tournament for the first time since 2014. The teams are just lining up now as we will just prepare to go through the teams with you. So the home team, Stocksbridge Park Steels. There are two changes in this lineup. So starting, we've got and here we go. So, and this is going to be a difficult one to defend. Nicholas here on the free kick, and the Steels, having conceded one like this on Saturday, will want to do everything they can to stop this going in. Taking it short here to Berry. Berry takes a shot, and it hits the post. Who's going to be first onto it? Prestwich are, but it's an incredible block from Elliot Murray, and that stops a certain goal. Left-hand side. But then again, I can see Rawson's on the left-hand side, so he might be thinking of that. It actually looks like he's going to take the shot. Spilled by Saunders, but Saunders back onto it. It's headed back into the path for Thomas Poole here. Can he control it? He does, but it's just plucked away from him by the Nathan Emery there. Good defending. Curtis, who heads it on Rawson's, trying to get away from his marker. He's trying to slip through Poole. Slip through Poole. Does Poole in the finish, and somehow it's over, and the best chance of the game is put over by Thomas Poole. Brilliant play there. Rawson slipping through Poole fantastically. Hits it down. Wing here being closed down. Pass it back to Fitzgerald here. Turner's looking to try and stop the cross. He's going to go to the far end. Going to be volleyed, but that's well high. Looking for the shot. Instead, he's going to put it to Fitzgerald on the left-hand side. Reynolds is closing it down. Pass it back here to Berry. The shot is blocked. Could bounce in the path there. It's bouncing. It's somehow not in. And this time it is in. And this time it is in by Prestwich. Not cleared by Stocksbridge, and Prestwich take the lead. A disappointing one that the Stocksbridge were not able to clear that one, and it's going to be 1-0, and it's going to be a fight back needed from Stocksbridge in the second half. Go up, and that is half time, and Prestwich Heights are leading 1-0 after the scrappiest of goals was turned. So thank you everyone who has attended, and thank you to everyone who is listening today. As the game kicks off, kept in by Stocksbridge there, looking for Reynolds. Reynolds is going to break into the box here, makes the pass back, looks like the man's up there to block, takes a shot, and it's right at Davison Hale. Going to try and get the beating of Murray on this left-hand side. He's going to get to the byline, pin the shot over, and it's going to go out for a corner kick, the first corner of the game. Pryor going to send it into the box here. It's going to be headed away by Prestwich and almost goes to Toole. Goodwin knocks it back in. Steels trying to get through. Can Curtis take the shot? He almost is anything! Trying to get through. Can Curtis take the shot? He almost is anything! Curtis scores! It took the went off the foot of Saunders, but it went in anyway. And Gary Galls has got the ball in the back of the net. Lovely in the season, though that corner didn't exactly do it. Ball going in. This one could actually end up in, but it's actually well caught though by Saunders. Corner kick goes in. But Davison Hale has to punch it out with plenty of yelling now. So this is a bit of an embarrassing display from everyone here. As the ball's into the box, it's dangerous. Volley goes in, but it's well over and into the road behind the goal. He's looking to take it. Nicholas taking the shot. It's well over. And it's actually smacked into the house in the back of Brackenmore. Prestwich, are they going to make anything out of it? Going to go to try and get it to the byline. Puts across goal. Takes cross. It's almost in there. It was actually free kick being taken. Taken here. Oh, Davison Hale gets it. He spills it. It's almost in, but the second shot's right at Davison Hale. What a save from Davison Hale, and Prestwich missed a big opportunity. Corner going in. It's a dangerous looking one. Bouncing, but it's been headed out here. But it's gone back to Paul. Putting the second ball in. He does his aim for the near post. It's bounced dangerously. It's just bounced over the head of Curtis though as well, who was hovering at the far post. And it's going to be the end of 90 minutes here. 1-1 following that equaliser from Gareth Curtis. Extra time. Here we go. The kick off. Plenty of movement in the box. He's aiming it. It's going to the far post. Volleyed and just over the bar. I think that was Elliot Murray there at the far post who's volleyed. Going to go long here from Reynolds from this free kick they've earned. Been long looking for Rawson. Going over Rawson's head and it's hit volleyed. See who it is. I believe it may well be Gareth Curtis. I'm blaming Martin if he isn't. It's a fantastic. Prize will run another one long foot, and that is half time in extra time. We'll take a quick break for a minute, and we'll see you then. Shoot out or more, Prestwich. Kids behind the goal trying to put them off. Taking it, goes low, it's deflected, the second one is cleared away. Cover, he cuts inside, the ball's going in, it's dangerous, bounce through, it's gone to Barlow, it's blocked, the second shot goes in, it's blocked, it's deflected and wide. Corner kick, Prestwich. Free kick taken, it's in the corner flag with Rawson. If anyone can hold it up, but you'd expect it to be him. It's kicked out, and that is full time! Stocksbridge Park Steels have made it to the first qualifying round for the first time since 2014. They did go behind. The scrappiest of goals from Hay gave the lead to Prestwich, but in the second half, Gareth Hayes got an equaliser not long after the start of the second half. With Stocksbridge Park Steels being led out by Ross Goodwin and Charlie Oglesby actually as we prepare for this FA Cup replay, and the Steels looking to make the first qualifying round of this tournament for the first time since as the teams now start to come out here, but then also a 3-2 winning against Dunstan, that not being expected, and a late equaliser sealing a point and continuing that unbeaten run against Brighouse Town. So I say the teams are coming out here, so Stocksbridge are making no changes, but we will go through the teams for both sides in a moment as we get ready for this game here. across goal. Bouncing through the air. Berry's going to win that one off Murray there. Berry advancing. Berry's made another tackle, but the tackle goes in. It almost slips in for Nicholas, but Davison Hale is on it. Fitzgerald do have a great link up together. They link up together again here. Nicholas takes a shot, and it's back, well, chested away by Davison Hale there. It's going to be another corner. Paul puts the corner in, and it's almost in from Oglesby. He volleys it in the 6-yard area, and it's somehow just over, and that would have killed the game off for sure. Flick it onto the left-hand side where Cullen is. Cullen will put the ball. It's a good cross here, and it's headed in. It's headed in, and it's a grandstand finish here. Yeah. Nicholas gets the ball back here. Nicholas with the goal, and it's going to be a nervy end here for the Steels. Wellesley goes in, it's a good ball that, and the far post. Tyler James, it's 2-2, and it's under Nathan Hale's legs, and well, it's a gutty one for the Steels. This again, full time, this is full time, we're doing this again on Tuesday night. Our game against Carlton is now delayed, and will be postponed. We will let you know of the new date for that one in due course. As the teams now start to come out here, but then also a 3-2 win against Dunstan that not many expected, and a late equaliser sealing a point and continuing that unbeaten run against Brighouse Town. So I say the teams are coming out here, so Stocksbridge are making no changes, but we will go through the teams for both sides in a moment as we get ready for this game here. So the teams are as follows. So we'll start with Stocksbridge. Harrison Davison Hale in goal, Jordan Lemon, Jack Tinker, Mitch Langton, Elliot Murray, Charlie Oglesby, Curtis Turner, Ross Goodwin, who's the captain today, Luke Rawson, Thomas Poole, and then Gareth Curtis. The bench is larger than you normally expect. And here we go, Prestwich Hayes kick off left hand side, looking for Fitzgerald. He does, it's a great ball. Lemon now closing on him. Fitzgerald turns, shoots, great save, Davison Hale, and it's an awful miss from Mitch Bryant. Hello and welcome back to Bracken Moor here for the Northern Premier League match between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Long Eaton United. I'm your commentator here on Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube, Adam Allcroft, and Long Eaton are currently leading 1-0, a deserved lead for them so far in this game, with Rico Fifes going to have some great interplay between him and Cameron Campbell. So, has been a disappointing first half for the Steels so far, though, and I know some of the Long Eaton fans in our comments. Hello, Donald Fearon and Loopy Skywalker. Thank you for listening to us today. I do enjoy having opposition fans here. The thing we do enjoy most is taunting you when you're losing, and unfortunately we can't do that at the moment. The teams are out, just to let you know, as we get close to the kick-off of the second half. Stocksbridge have been behind in every single league game this season, and the one they lost was the game that we're behind in the least because of Stockton's last-minute winner. Just one of those weird facts and how it works out sometimes. So I wouldn't expect Long Eaton to have an easy ride in the second half, but who knows? I've seen Donald say they're stronger in the second half. Well, I've not seen Long Eaton yet this season, so I can't say if that's true, but Stocksbridge are also been stronger in the second half of every game this year, so we'll see if they can turn things around, because it has been probably the worst performance of the year so far. Okay, the referee is ready in the halfway line, ready to get this game underway again. And here we go. So Stocksbridge Park Steels are kicking off in the yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks, kicking from right to left, while Long Eaton are in the red and black striped shirts, red shorts and red socks, kicking from left to right. We're just getting a bit of head tennis to start the game off with before Murray gets on the ball, gets through to Rawson, tries to flick it onto left wing, and it actually stays in, and Rawson's going to try and collect it himself before it's booted away by Long Eaton, only for Lemon to boot it back and somehow stay in play for a lot longer than you think it would before it goes to a throw into Long Eaton, just in front of the PJ Heat Exchange Services advertised in hoarding. So Long Eaton will be looking. Do apologise for our little break in play there for the people who are listening to this on the live stream, we've just had a connection issue here with just my mobile phone, how it's powered all this, which blocks off. You did miss a couple of chances. At Stocksbridge, Sam Wilson has just saved Long Eaton on a couple of occasions with 2 great balls being put in the box, and Wilson having to rush out very quickly to get it. It's just gone under Lemon's feet here. He could have put himself in a bit of trouble here, but Lemon has gained himself a foul after being shunted over by the Long Eaton winger there. I think it was Jack Rogers. So that's what you've missed, is Rawson almost slipping through, but Wilson onto it first, and then another one, McCaskill almost getting through to it, but Wilson generous with the last moment getting onto the ball and stopping that. Thought McCaskill was sure to just knock it round and try and knock it in for his first goal for the Steels. Ball goes long here from Stocksbridge, but they give a foul immediately away, and Long Eaton get the free kick on the halfway line. So ball here just inside the half for Long Eaton, has been a better start for Stocksbridge than we saw in the second half, but that's when you really don't want to concede, because it's Ian will be pleased with the attacking intent here as the pass goes short here to Fife, the goal scorer. Now back to Maguire. Maguire takes the shot. It's deflected, I think, and I said it's deflected. It's going to be a goal kick. So it's a goal kick for Stocksbridge. Maguire there trying his luck from distance. He's done that a few times already in this game. That probably was his worst effort, though, as it's gone well over the bar. Did look like it took a deflection, but maybe just took a deflection off one of Long Eaton's own players. So back for Davison Hale to take. Going long, looking for Goodwin, but headed right back out there by Robinson. Headed on now, gone into Mikael Jebison, who Oglesby went in on the tackle on, and it's going to be a free kick for the Blues now. And I think Oglesby might get penalised for that late challenge. He's going to get a talking to from the referee for sure, so Oglesby has been booked a couple of times already this season. He's getting close to having his first suspension. Ooh, can smell one. The pies are smelling delicious today. I do have to say that. I can smell one right now. Smells great. Don't think any booking was given to Charlie Oglesby there, which is a surprise, making his 9th appearance of the season. And played in every single game so far, has done quite well, even though Elliot Murray has been the one grabbing the headlines so far. Looking like it could be Jamie Walker to take this free kick. He's going to left-footed, and it's just over from Walker. Davison Hale to be alive to that because he was having to watch it all the way. And now Davison Hale will get the goal back after breathing a sigh of relief that one didn't end up in the top corner. Back to Davison Hale to take this goal kick, and headed on there, and it's going to be going into the left wing here before it's booted out there by Graham. About 50 minutes gone in this game so far. Gone through Rawson, who's going to head it on. He's actually headed it more himself. Now he's headed it on. McCaskill's fighting for it, and has he earned a corner? He has earned a corner. Great work from Lewis McCaskill, and it's a corner kick to the Steels. Both goals on Saturday came from corners. The first one from the initial ball in. The second one took Poole's second delivery to go in. Goals coming from Goodwin and Murray for them. So a lot of promise from corner kicks. It's not like last year where we just thought, it's a corner, not going to do it. Only 1 goal came from a corner last year. This time we are very hopeful that we can get some. And the referee just has a stoppage here. He's going to not happy with what's happening in the box at the moment, as Rawson and Murray are on the goal line blocking the goalkeeper in at the moment. Likely for the likes of Mitch Langton, and who was in the box to try and get onto it, and Oglesby. Ball going in towards the near post, headed away there. The second corner, we're quite poor here. Tinker heads it back for Poole here. Poole takes it inside, just can't get on the second touch. Back to Tinker, who tries to get onto the right wing. Goodwin's going to chase it down here, though Walker's covering it well, and it's going to go out for a throw into Long Eaton. Worksop have made it 3-0 against Lincoln United through Josh Wilde. So we're just waiting for Walker to take this throw. He's going to take it long, get right down there. But he's headed on before he's knocked out to Stocksbridge here. With Poole now on the right wing, who evades the tackle really well, ducking and diving. Tries to get through to Turner, but it's well cut out there. But it's being cleared back to Oglesby. Oglesby going to send it along, looking for McCaskill. McCaskill knocked it inside, but the touch is very heavy. But Turner's going to get on it first. He takes a shot, but it's well over. But the play is better, and the play is more promising from Stocksbridge so far in this second half. Certainly energised Ian, who has succumbed to the climate and put a jacket on now. Those jackets are going to get thicker and thicker as they get into the Stocksbridge winter. Pontefract have equalised against Charlotte Richard. Gavin Allett scoring from there. So it's here for be cleared out by Sam Wilson. He is going to look long for this one before Oglesby heads it right back. Headed though back by Robinson. Only left for Turner to head it up into the air. Bit of a battle in it. It's going to go forward though well to Jebison, who's looking to turn. Tries to slip it through to the right back here, and he does send it long, but it goes out of play, throw into Stocksbridge. So one here is going to be Tingsek. It's gone out a lot sooner than I thought it was. Going to go down the byline, go over the top. McCaskill trying to get on the end of it, but it's headed away there by Robinson, out for a throw in close to the line. We'll say, Ian Deacon, he's the Long Eaton manager here, very good manager. Yeah. And I will say, compared to some of the managers, while he is a lively manager, he doesn't aim it at the referees or any of the players, which I do. Does swear a lot, though. And you may be able to pick him up sometimes on my microphone. I do apologise if you hear any harsh language. Long throw goes into the box, but it's not unchallenged and headed away. And cleared away now by Turner, trying to keep it in there. Now back with Oglesby, who's going to send it long, but that's blocked back for Langton, who's another one send it long, looking for Ross, and Ross is trying to take it in stride, get onto the right-hand side. He's being marshalled quite well, though, by Robinson, who knocks out play, but only for Poole to get on the end of it. And this time, Long Eaton do smash it right out of play, bangs off the Hardings there, and that has made both sets of managers a lot louder and livelier. We needed a new ball here, as the ball boys get even shouted at as well. Everyone's getting shouted at the moment, as Lemon will have a chance to put the long throw in. He hasn't really had any short options. There's a bit of penalised as Poole and one of the Long Eaton players have a, well, I say wrestling match because I've just come from the WWE on Saturday, but that's the sort of tussle that's more used to that. Probably more used to what we saw at the Principality on Saturday than we do between Poole and Jamie Walker there. Referee stopping play to allow that to have a talk with him and has let them get back in there again. Good referee in there from Mr. Daniel Tracy. Long throw goes into the box, headed back. Oh, and Poole kicks it back. Turner almost kicks in. It just doesn't fall right for Stocksbridge there. Bit of a let off for Long Eaton. Murray heads it out and it bounces back to Long Eaton, who take the step back there. Maguire there, passing it back to Wilson now. He's going to take his time before booting it high up into the pitch. Look, Oglesby's looking to head it away. He does. Back to Langton, who flicks it over. Goodwin trying to get on the end. Goodwin gets a shunt, but no foul there. Headed back out, though, by Robinson and cleared away. And he's going to get onto the left wing, but Lemon's going to cover that one, and he's actually leaving it for Murray now. So Murray's going to send it long, but it's going to go, well, it's actually ended up with Goodwin here. He's passed it side to Turner. Turner's got some space here. Turner's going to move to the left-hand side. And he evades one challenge, Turner. Trying to cut inside, but the second challenge from Jebison's well in. And it's some fantastic defensive work from a man who's done some great work down the wing as well this game. Jebison sends it down the right-hand side. I think Campbell they're going to try and keep that in, but he doesn't. It's going to be a throw into the Steels. Great work from Jebison there, though. Mikael Jebison. So the older brother of Daniel Jebison, who plays not very far from here for Sheffield United, was on trial with Sheffield United. They picked his younger brother instead of him, which I imagine caused a bit of an awkward household for a few weeks. Eakes is currently with Long Eaton as they look to build. It's now back with Jebison, who takes the one-touch pass onto the right wing here. Langton's going in with a tackle, no foul given. Back with Jebison, but his touch is heavy. McCaskill gets it, rolls away from him, but the roll away has been taken, and Goodwin tasks it well. Goodwin's in there. He's having his shirt pulled, no appeals, and the referee eventually does give the free kick for about 4 shirt pulls. And that's why you got the applause from the fans, because the fans were calling for that foul to be given, and it just wasn't for a while. So it's back with Oglesby now, who's going to take this free kick. There are a few players forward, so it's going to be one that's sent long. Ball going long to the far end of the box, headed away though by Long Eaton. He's going to go behind him and actually going to go for a throw in there, as Tyrese Robinson was the man who headed out. I know that because I heard a word I can't repeat, Tyrese from Ian Deaking in the Long Eaton 6-yard area. So Lemon here with the throw-in. Throw-in's going to go right into the box, headed on, but into the 6-yard box. But despite Ian Richards' urges for him to gamble, no one gambled. As I think the fans have now noticed Ian Deacon's use of colourful language. Ball going long, knocked away by Oglesby, back to Langton, who's going to pass it back to Murray. Murray going to take a touch before sending it long, looking for McCaskill. This could actually get to McCaskill here. He's going to take it on the left wing here, McCaskill. Getting it down to ground, trying to get the beating of Marshall. He does. McCaskill going to take the shot, it's curling, but it's headed away there by Long Eaton. It's a corner kick for the Steels. It's great play from Lewis McCaskill, who's quickly becoming a fan favourite here at Bracken Moor. And Poole will take another corner here. Third corner of the game. Both have been cleared in the near post, so I've been building him up as this great set-piece delivery. Hasn't been there yet so far in this game. We'll see if this delivery can work out. Ball's going to go in. He's headed out by the near post again, and that's caused a bit of frustration as Jebison's got the turn on Tinker there, and he's got away from Tinker and all. Jebison's going to get a chance to run at Lemon. He said he's going to take the pass here to Rogers, but Rogers' touch has let him down there, and that's allowing some of the Steels players to get past. Chance still on for Rogers, though, as he cuts into the box, cuts inside, takes a shot right at Davison Hale. And we do those. As much as Poole's corners have been really good so far this season, so far in this game, they have been a letdown. And it did almost lead to that great counter-attacking opportunity. Jebison will be wishing he took it out himself. Davison Hale clearing that one long, headed away though by Robinson, and it's going to be a bit of head tennis, and McCaskill's looking to get it down. Appeals a handball on McCaskill. Not given, it's cleared away back to Langton, who's headed round to Turner, who's going to try and get onto the right wing. Poole not anticipating that at all. No, that's going to go out for a throw-in to the away side. Thank you very much, Luke Skywalker. Do appreciate the compliments. Hopefully, sometimes when I get the insults on here, sometimes it's from people who generally think I'm crap, and sometimes it's just from people who say I'm getting annoyed because I am very biased to Stocksbridge Park Steels, which you should expect. We are the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel. Throwing goes up here from Walker before it's knocked up further on, but only for Oglesby to head it back. It's going to be head tennis, I bet, again. No, Turner's knocked it down, but only for it to be cleared back up in the air. It is head tennis. And actually, Lemon's going to head that play for a throw in to Long Eaton. So it's on the left-hand side for Long Eaton. So 59 minutes gone in this game so far. Still 1-0 to Long Eaton. Now back with Marshall on the right-hand side as Long Eaton look to build their attack. 1-2 with Jebison before Marshall pass it centrally to Fife, the goal scorer. Now with Maguire. Maguire going to pass it leftwards, and this was more what we saw in the first half, where Long Eaton were able to take control of the game. Ball's going to go into the box, big cross here though, but Davison Hale's going to claim that one at his far post. And that is better defending and better control of the game from Stocksbridge there, which forced a fairly aimless cross in the end. Ball going long here from Davison Hale, but it's gone backwards here from Robinson. McCaskill's looking to cause the mistake, but Wilson able to claim it strong. It's where you wish Rawson was the one who had got onto that, because McCaskill's about 5'6", and Rawson obviously about 6'4". Oh, McCaskill is back up to his feet. Took a while to get back up. Back with Robinson there. Turner's going to get on the closing down here. No, they never seem to continue on the goalkeeper there, which makes it an easy out for the defence, as I think they probably worked that one out by now. If I've worked it out, the team worked it out. Ball's bounced into Rawson, who seems to be on the left wing at the moment, Rawson. Before the ball, Long Eaton to clear it. Oglesby head it away, Jebison chests it down, now back with Marshall. Rawson closed down, which has allowed the pass to go right to Tinker. Tinker's going to take some time. before he's going to boot it long to McCaskill's in central forward. Now he's headed it on well, but no one's there for the head on. So back with Wilson now. Probably about 64 minutes gone. I don't know what time it is. I didn't take the time when we kicked off, which is my mistake. Before Maguire sends one long, blocked by Turner. Well, actually, not blocked. He's actually gone further on. It stayed in. Headed away though by Stocksbridge, and that will be a throw in to the Blues now in an attacking area as well. Now with Maguire, who carries the ball away, going to pass it to defence though. Poole was hovering, and that pass was poor to Turner. Oh, McCaskill almost in the way of him, but he passed it to Goodwin anyway, who gives it back to Murray. Murray's just going to carry it forward. He's going to send one long, but that's just aimless and right out of play, and a very poor pass from Elliot Murray, who gives the ball right back away. Throwing to Long Eaton now, as the time starts to dwindle for the Stocksbridge to get back into this game. Just over 25 minutes to go, though, as we wait for the ball back because of our ball play's taking some time here. So Long Eaton coming here in mixed form, and they did win obviously on Saturday, but they lost 2-0 to Carlton, their local rivals, on Bank Holiday Monday. Did get the win though against North Shields and a draw against Grantham, both impressive results in their own right. Rawson here just takes to take the touch, but he's been well blocked by Gordon, and they've just cleared it up, and it's going to go right back to Davison Hale. Works up and now 4-0 up on Lincoln United. Jack Broadhead scoring their latest. Back to Davison Hale here, who's going to send it long, looking for Poole, but it's going to be headed away by Marshall. McCaskill's looking to try and collect it. He tries to head it on, but it's been knocked away, and there's going to be a free kick to Long Eaton for a late clip on the feet. As the Long Eaton manager mans a booking. I think that was such a light foul that even if it, for multiple fouls, you wouldn't give a booking for that one, even though that's the demand of Ian Deacon. Warrington Town are 2-1 up on Morpeth Town, while Colville Town are leading 1-0 against Shepshed Dynamo. Evan Grums for Warrington, Ashley Chambers for Colville. Ball going long here, but Lemon's going to head it away. Then Langton gets the set action anyway. Rawson's going to try and chest that one down for Poole. He does get it down for Poole. Poole's trying to get it centrally. Headed forward though by Long Eaton, who've got some space now through Fife, who's turned away well from Langton. Pass it now here to Gordon, who pass it all the way back now to Walker. Now with Gordon. Now, as the pass, they're happy to pass it back in their own defence now. Long Eaton, when you're leading 1-0, you're always happy to do that and just keep the ball away from the opposition. Robinson always looking to carry the ball away. You don't wonder what he'd like in a free, actually. But that long pass goes up into the air and it's headed back into Davison Hale. So he claims it back there. Coming back for Davison Hale to hold on to this ball. Taking his time for hitting it long here. Headed away though by the centre back before it's been knocked on, before Tinker's going to send it long. And McCaskill's looking to get on the end of it, but the offside flag's up there and that stops him in his tracks. Dishing out some praise there for McCaskill for staying on the shoulder. As Wilson takes his free kick. Just taking his time here for it. So going long here, bouncing over everyone. Poole's going to cover, and an appeal for a handball on the Long Eaton man trying to nip in, and it is given. Free kick to the Steels. One where it will have to be cleared away by Davison Hale. So goalkeeper here, the young goalkeeper. As time starts to further decrease in this game, which is always the worry when you're 1-0 down, you're always half looking at the clock thinking how much longer have we got. Ball's going to be headed down and Fife knocks it on as Long Eaton tries to get back on the attack. Campbell's here, tries to take the pass short, but Langton there flicks it away. Well caught by Marshall, pass it back to Graham, who sends it long on to Jebs, who's trying to get it under control despite some pressure from McCaskill. It's gone out to play for a throw-in, which is quickly taken by Long Eaton. Gordon as it gives it back now to Robinson. Robinson's going to take the short option to Graham. Now back to Robinson. I think Stocksbridge will need to change something about this game to create some liveliness. It's a very loose pass there that has almost gone out of play, and McCaskill's going to try and nip in. It's been well covered there by Marshall. McCaskill commits the foul on Marshall there. Well, fairly well done there from Tom Marshall to earn the foul. He did go down easy as anything, but it did give him the free kick, so it's good play from him. Some silly play there from Long Eaton causing problems to themselves. As it sounds like a substitution is being prepared for Long Eaton. There's a bit of a... So, there's just a bit of instance. Just to say, Roman Graham is very unhappy at the moment. Just had a bit of a going out by his goalkeeper. He's flicked into the box here. Jebison takes a shot, but it's well over from Jebison. Yeah, Ian Deacon right now is having a massive row here with Roman Graham here. Jamie Maguire's also had a go at Roman Graham over it just before that bit of play. Ian Deacon really not happy at the moment with the... And I think that might be Roman Graham heading off in a second. So, bit of a drama happening on the sidelines between... You wouldn't think they're 1-0 up with the go between Roman Graham and Ian Deacon at the moment. Not something you typically see. Davison Ells just cleared that one up before it's headed back away by Walker, only for to be headed back out to McCaskill, who tries to flick on but well blocked off there by Marshall. Poor pass though, goes to Langton. Tried to get through to Turner, gets it caught under his feet. He's been challenged by Maguire, gets it through anyway to Rawson, who knocks it forward. As they're coming together between two of the off-field players, between Maguire and Goodwin. No foul for either though. It has ended up back with Sam Wilson. And there's going to be a talk between Goodwin and Maguire now. We're having a few words afterwards. Well, I don't think anyone... And now, as we see, Oliver Norman is preparing to come on for the Steels, making his second substitute appearance, he will. As we wait for referee as Marshall yells out orders to his team as well. Maguire and Goodwin having some angry words with the referee at the moment. God, it's just when you wish they had microphones on and you could listen to them. And now Goodwin's going to get Marshall on his own. Will Maguire get it? Because I didn't see if there was any instigating incident between the two that would refer to one getting bigger punishment than the other. So I'd say if either's getting one, they both should get one. We'll see. And it looks like both will just be sent off with a stern word in their ear. Referee now running all the way over to the goalkeeper for the ball there. I have no idea what the referee is doing here. So there's going to be two substitutions for Stocksbridge actually, as Gareth Curtis and Oliver Norman are going to be coming on. As Lewis McCaskill is heading off, which is a big surprise because I think he's been very impressive. So that's Oliver Norman coming on for McCaskill. We'll see and Gareth Curtis.
Still substitution replacing number 8, Ross Goodwin.
And that's Goodwin coming off for Gareth Curtis there. So an attacking substitution there, and Turner being handed the armband for the rest of the game. That will almost certainly be a change in formation for the Steels. Now back with Wilson to clear the ball up. It somehow went back to him. I'm not sure how the referee came to that one, but it has done. Back to Marshall, going to try and do a big ball into the box, but it's been headed away by his own player there, by Rogers, who's headed it behind him. Lemon's trying to be the first one onto it, and it's going to be a throw in here to the Steels, because Redmond didn't get it down, but Lemon's just thrown it right back to Stocksbridge, but Lemon gets the tackle and gets it away. Back with Long Eaton's midfield now though. For that bright start for Stocksbridge, Long Eaton have shut the game down again and are doing well, not really creating anything, but making sure Stocksbridge can't create anything as well. But Stocksbridge trying to get on the ball now. Langton here, yep, but Long Eaton have got it through and they've slipped it through onto the left wing here. Cutting through here, the ball's in the box, slip it to the side here. Turn well, it's with Fife who can't get the shot off. He's turning, he's looking, he gets the shot off now. Shot come cross, Davison Hill punches it away. It's back for Poole, who's going to take his time before sending it long here for Norman to get on the end of. Norman's going to look to keep it in, he does. Oliver Norman, the first thing he's going to do since he's coming on, running at the defence, cutting inside, Going to look for the ball across the box to Curtis, but headed away at the last moment there by Walker, and Walker's going to get the second touch to carry away. Oliver Norman, dangerous ball, got an assist on his debut. Look, could have got one there as well as Curtis hovering on the right-hand side. Now back for Norman to try and get onto the left-hand side, but goes beyond him, and it's going to go back for Marshall here. Manchester City are 2-0 up in the Champions League, by the way. Foden scoring the latest goal for them. So it's going to be just some time taken here from Marshall before the throw goes in. He's gone halfway through the pitch there before getting it on, but he's only giving it back to Langton, who's cleared it up to Rawson, who's going to chest it down. He gets a shunt in the back, but nothing given. Rawson never gets anything given against him, it seems. And he's with Jebison, who takes the pass to Campbell. Evades a challenge from Turner. Now back onto the left-hand side for Jamie Walker, who cuts it through past to Jebison. Takes the 1-2 there. Good play there. Gordon now on the left-hand side. All right, challenging in. Going to cut inside. Yeah, back now with Fife. Fife is going to try and cut inside. Jinks in, takes a shot. It's deflected, and Jason Hale has to scramble over there, but it's going to go wide anyway. Corner kick to Long Eaton. So going to be a corner kick here for Long Eaton. They've had a few nervy moments, so they'll want to double that lead. Just so you know, Romain Graham is up there, so he's on. Just so you know who's taking the corner. Looks like it's Jack Rogers taking the corner for Long Eaton. Ball going to go in, and it's hit over the bar by Tyrese Robinson there. So back to be taken here by Wilson. Not Wilson, Nathan Hale, God. Been a long day, I've been up a while. And he's taking some time here for Davison Hale to get the ball ready for his goal kick. So we're waiting for him to give the big boot out, and here it comes from Davison Hale. Hale, headed away by Maguire. They were actually heading him up in the air by Maguire. Knocked forward here, Norman looking to get on the end of it, but it's being covered here. But well by Marshall, knocks it out. Ball going quickly. Tinker looking to get the ball back in play quickly, though he's ended up stopping in his tracks there, looking for his man, because he hasn't got an easy option. He's going to throw it down the line for Rawson. Headed into the centre, though, by one along to play before it's cleared away. Langton tries to head it right back there before Walker manages to clear it out. It's Fife who gets the touch onto it, but Lemon's going to cover it out for a throw into the Steels. Lemon, who's had 2 90-minute equalisers for the Steels so far this season. He may have to be called on again to do that. Headed behind there by Long Eaton. Could be Curtis who can try and get onto it there. And he's knocked out there by Graham. By Graham there, who is still working for the team despite having been yelled at by pretty much everyone involved with by Long Eaton. Throw in here for Lemon to try and get into the box. Here you go, thrown out here to quickly back to Lemon. He was cut inside. His initial pass slash cross was blocked, and Long Eaton are going to try and build out of this. Is with Campbell now, just inside the centre circle, and he's got it through to Rogers now. Rogers trying to run, trying to find Campbell again, but the pass shot, and Tinker's going to clear it up. But Tank had time and cleared it up, and now it's back with Long Eaton there, and he's going to. And Jefferson's going to get the beating of Tinker there before it actually goes out of play. Tinker being saved by the byline there. Looks like going to be a substitute incoming for Long Eaton. As Tinker here is going to throw it down long before it's headed back away, just right back out of play though, for further upfield from Long Eaton. So Stocksbridge, Tinker's throwing it quickly this time. Headed back in by Long Eaton, and they do clear it away. Back to Oglesby, who's going to put it right back into there. Headed down into the path, and it's into Rawson now, who's forced backwards, back to Poole, who's looking for Norman on the overlap. Going to be covered though by Graham, who passes back to the keeper. He's going to be put under pressure, and Norman almost gets the goalkeeper. The keeper clears out. It's a throw into the Steels there in the attacking area. Norman giving an heart attack to the goalkeeper, though it was a bit of a hospital pass from Romain Graham. That deserves a yelling from the manager, by the way. Actually, the last touch came off Norman there. It's going to be a throw in to Long Eaton. And it's
Long Eaton substitution replacing number 2, Michael Jefferson. is 12, Brad Wilson.
So that's Micah Jebison is coming off here with Brad Wilson coming on here. So Jebison, who's had a very good game, I feel. Been very lively, been a constant problem.
Substitution replacing number 9, Cameron Campbell. Is 17, Alex Marshall.
And that's Alex Marshall, the brother of Tom Marshall, coming on as well. There he goes through, and Poole heads it away back to Curtis, who tried to flick it on, can't though, and it's going to bounce luckily there for Marshall to get on the end of. He passed it sideways now to Walker, who knocked it long, but it's just going to right to play. Steels will get the ball back here. Must be just about 10 minutes plus added time to go in this game now. So we're really needing the Steels to pull something out of the bag to try and get another draw. Throwing on here, but knocked right out of play. Going to be another throw into Stocksbridge. Further up though here for Lemon to take. Throwing going long right into the box, headed away though by Robinson. Only back into Lemon though here now, who's going to cut inside. Tries to get the pass through to Norman, whose touch is heavy there, but manages to keep it away from the defender, but he's been forced backwards. Takes the pass to Langton, but Langton seems to shy away from the ball there, and Long Eaton able to clear, but only back to Davison Hale, who tried to knock it back, and he's looking for Turner here, who just about keeps it in. But he has been tackled there by Long Eaton, and Long Eaton will look to build the ball back up here. Yeah, and he's with Long Eaton now in. And it's going to be passed back from the central forward position, all back to the goalkeeper. Rawson's going to close down, and eventually it's cleared down. In fact, Rawson's clearing it, but only back to Langton. Langton pass it back to Turner. Now for Lemon. Lemon's going to look to try and get onto Curtis on the right wing, but well in from Walker, who clears it out. Now back here for Marshall here too. Pontefract College are taking lead against Charlotte Richard. Jake Picton scoring there. As Lemon throws it up forward, it's going to be headed right back out to play though by Tyrese Robinson. It's another throw in for the Steels, but this time it's right on the edge of the penalty area. Emily have taken a 2-goal lead against Hallam. Gooden has scored again. What a player he is. He was good at that level. Lemon takes it in the short one to Langton. Langton's going to take time. He's got plenty of space. He's going to slip it back through to Lemon. Puts the low cross in. Rawson tries to get the touch. And it's going to be a corner kick for the Steels. Oh, could have been one there, but great defending from Long Eaton Prince. It's going to be a corner kick from the side where Poole got the corner, set up the corner that was the equaliser last time. There's a Long Eaton manager appealing for an offside there. Poole going to take the corner, and for the love of God this time, please beat the first man. Here goes Poole. He's going to beat the first man. He's looking for the far post here. Tinker just about thought he kept in, but it's gone over the bar there. Tinker there, a rare venture forward up for Jack Tinker. Tried to keep the ball in, didn't work. Goal kick, Long Eaton. Liam Hughes has just given a 5-goal lead to Worksop now. Very painful game there for Lincoln United. So back now here to be taken here from Wilson, Sam Wilson, who's had a good game, not really been forced into saves, but he's been quick off his line to back onto some of the long balls that could have caused some problems. And Tinker there not being penalised for an handball somehow. Headed on by Rawson here. Curtis is going to head it on, and Norman's going to look to be the first onto it, but Graham there with a key challenge. And it's going to be a throw in there for Long Eaton as well. Yeah. Man City now 3-0 up on Seville, by the way. And Stocksbridge is just struggling to make the clear-cut opportunity they need to get back into this. We're closing in on the 90th minute mark now. Throw it out here, but Turner can only head it backwards and head it on by Fife before Murray gets in and knocks it forward. Turner looking to be on it, but Langton do get it and clear out only back to Langton. Langton takes time for his new and try and knock it long, looking for Norman. Headed back into the path of Curtis, who flicks on look for Rawson. It's just got away from Rawson. Rawson gets it, takes a shot, it's over. Rawson trying to do his best to get onto that, to get hold of it. He was desperate to take the shot, and in the end it hits it over. So back to be a goal kick to be taken here from Long Eaton. So, taken long here from Wilson. Back for Lemon, who heads it forward, but isn't going to go back to Walker here, who is going to send it long himself. It looks like it could just go out of play for a goal kick here. Actually, it's come off Murray. Murray's going to have to play it away now, and he does. He's going to send the pass through, but it's only gone back to Maguire, who takes the one-touch pass through to Fife, but his touch is bad, and Murray is able to clear it. Ross is going to try and knock it on. He's battling for it in the air now with Robinson there, but he does get away for Lemon's going to knock it forward here, looking for Curtis to try and chase it here, but it's going to just probably go out of play and going to go for a goal kick here. Time continues to tick away. It's going to be Alex O'Connor is the next throw of the dice for the Steels, it seems. And we'll see who he is coming on for. He did score a dramatic late winner against Prestwich Hayes, though that took extra time. And it's going to be Oglesby off.
Number 6, Charlie Oglesby, is 14, Alex O'Connor.
So Oglesby comes off as O'Connor is the idea Ian Richards has to try and get the equaliser in this game. Every game, apart from the first two Stocksbridge have played in, have had a goal after 80 minutes. That's your reason to keep tuned in. As it's headed away there by Stocksbridge, it's going to bounce midfield, but Long Eaton the first onto it. They have won the midfield battle for sure today, Long Eaton, and that if they get the 3 points, they will thank that. Fife just can't keep that pass in though. Tinker looking to take it quickly, but didn't have the option. He's going to be stopped for the. He was looking to take the quick throw, but the substitution there has stopped him in his tracks with James Taylor coming on for Tom Marshall. Surprised because Tom Marshall has been really strong at the back, and I'm surprised they would like to interrupt that, which with so little time to go. Norman gets fresh legs to run at. And Tinker will eventually get to throw this one over. Got Curtis and Rawson and Norman over in this side, but it's gone right to Maguire, who's headed it away. Very poor use of a throw-in. Murray's going to head that one back as Langton's dropped into central defence. Turner's cleared it away. Rawson's headed it on. Norman and Curtis trying to get on the end of that. It's been cleared away for a throw-in though. Norman is quick off the line, to say the least. Cool. And Poole throws it, gets it clear right back to him. Another throw in identical position. Throws it in. Rawson going to take the touch here, because it's cleared away. Turner tries to get it away, but in the end it is Parker who's going to get that. It's cleared back to the goalkeeper. Keeper slices it there, Wilson, and Norman gets a touch on to keep it in that sort of area. Going to be a throw in here for Long Eaton. 6 minutes to go until the end of 90 minutes. I don't see there being much out of time. We haven't really had any stoppages in the second half. Wilson going to throw this one up. And it's going to bounce off a couple of players before going to be a Stocksbridge throw-in. Back for Tinker, who is being held by Ian Deacon as he did that throw in there. Rawson tried to head it on, but it's been knocked out of play there by Wilson. Back for going to be Tinker to take another throw-in further on. Looking to take the long throw, taking advantage of the bit of extra space he has at that part of the pitch. Here goes Tinker, throwing, going in there, headed away by Eaton, and they clear it away as well. Well, the touch is heavy though from Marshall, who does pass it back now to Wilson, who clears it right away for another Stocksbridge. Stocksbridge are putting the pressure on the end. It's going to be a nervy end for Long Eaton. And back here for Tinker. He's taking some time here, but he wants an option a bit closer here, but he's going to throw it out to Rawson, but he's only going to get it head backwards by Fife, and he's headed forward back to Fife, who's going to slice the clearance, and it's a throw-in right next to him. Another chance for Lincoln to get a long throw-in. It must be his third throw-in in about 2 minutes. Tinker here, throwing the ball into the box, looking for Rawson, but headed right back to Tinker. Going to take the touch with the right foot, puts the ball in. It's a teasing cross, but Wilson claims it. Good claim from Sam Wilson there. And Wilson going to take as long as he humanly can to clear here, and you cannot blame him for that one, because I'd be wanting High Snell to. Kicks it long, looking for the left wing. He's got to the left wing, but the poor touch there has allowed Lemon to rob him, but Lemon gets robbed instantly back there. Now Maguire's going to send the ball long. It's a cutting pass through the middle, but no one's there to get it. Davison Hale's going to clear it up here. Wilson is able to knock it away, but that's Brad Wilson, that though. Along that Five's going to chase it, and Langton has to get back and clear it away, and that's good play from Long Eaton, who gets to get the ball at the opposite end now. So Long Eaton will be probably looking for that corner flag, I imagine, with some of the pressure the Steels were able to put on, but they didn't make a chance out of that pressure. That was the problem. Brad Wilson here with a throw-in, about 30 yards away from the byline. And it's just going to be knocked out of play, I think, for a throw-in further up close on the edge of the penalty box area. Brandon Bradbury's just missed a penalty kick for Hallam. The throw-in goes into the box here from Long Eaton. Now back here, going to be crossed in before it's blocked away, and Stocksbridge really looking to get this away fully, but Long Eaton are the first ones onto it. They pass it back to Maguire. Now back on the right-hand side here before it goes out of play, and it's a Stocksbridge throw-in. And Tinker's going to be stopped from doing the quick throw from the referee, but he's waiting for his opportunity to take it. He does, he's looking for Rawson, but no penalties for push over from Rawson, but Long Eaton have the ball anyway. We'll clear it. Only back to Murray, who tries to take the pass to O'Connor. O'Connor didn't get on the end of it though, and Maguire's going to try and cheer it out, but it's going back to Rawson. Rawson looking for the pass over the top for Poole. Poole has to head it on, but in the end it just goes to Long Eaton and they clear it. It's just not falling right for the Steels at the moment. O'Connor passing back to Langton. Langton sending it long. Curtis is going to look to chase this one. I think it's going to be covered well by Wilson. No, Wilson is forced to clear it out. Throw-in Steels. As it's over here for Tinker to take the throw. Not someone we've known as a long throw specialist, but he's having to test it out now. He's actually going to take the quick one back to Turner. Trying to go back to Tinker, but the pass is really poor from Turner. It's let Tinker down, and it's going to be a throw-in back to Long Eaton, and that chance of pressure is over. And that is Sam Wilson, who's just gone down with an injury. Just to let you know, the Long Eaton goalkeeper. It's not the Stocksbridge fans aren't happy with it. They're not believing it for a second. He is now back to his feet before the throw-in goes in, and Long Eaton boot it into the shut-off bit of the terracing area. They're using every trick in the book here, Long Eaton. It's quite clever. Works up and now 6-0 up. Jay Rollins has scored again. The throw-in's gone back to Wilson here. Almost closed down there, Wilson. But it is back with Turner now, who's trying to evade the tackle. Now back with Poole. Poole's going to take a touch. He's trying to run into the box. He is into the box. Tries to slip it through. It's a key block, though, from Long Eaton. Back here with Poole on the right-hand side. Poole looking to try and get a ball. Keep it in the box here before Long Eaton do clear it out. But back for O'Connor, who heads it right back in there. But Long Eaton first onto it before Turner robs the ball off him. Onto the right side. Poole was offside and had to leave it there. And Walker's going to just follow it as it goes out of play for a throw-in. It's just been a disappointing game. It's been a much improved second half, but they've just not been able to get the goal. And this will be the first Northern Premier League game Stocksbridge haven't scored in yet this season if they can't manage to find the equaliser. Throwing going long before it's headed on, and it's going to be just be a bad battle in the field, which Long Eaton have won out. They clear it out. Davison Hale's going to be on to that clearance, so instantly he's going to clear that out, almost closed down there, and he's actually gone right back to Long Eaton though, but the touch is really heavy. Langton's going to try and get the clearance off, and Long Eaton could get in here, but Langton's covering it well before he clears it away properly, but it's only going to go back to Maguire, who heads it forward here onto right wing, but well in from Tinker. Now Curtis takes a touch. It's a heavy touch, and the referee's made a stoppage there of a free kick when I think Stocksbridge would have wanted the break. Disappointing, very frustrating and weird one there. That'll be seals over. He's gone back to Davison Hale to take this free kick. I'd say, by my count, there's 2 more minutes of added time. Davison Hale is going to take this one long, looking to try and get into the box, but it's aimed at no one in particular. Tinker, he got back to Tinker to head it back into the box, but it's going to go back to Wilson, who is down on the ground holding it like it's a baby he's just saved from the river. Just a frustrating day for the Steels overall. Great work from Long Eaton. They took the lead. They've done very well to keep hold of it and not really had to worry too much about their own goal, but Wilson's just kicked that one right out of play for a throw-in, right over the McGilvery sign. The ball boys are not on our side here today because they're taking absolutely ages to get the ball. We need the ball back quick, lads. We're looking for an equaliser. I can see some balls, aren't there? I think come on, can we get the ball back, please, ball boys? Here we go. Finally, Murray's had to go back and get that. The ball, I think Long Eaton have paid off our ball boys because they were so slow there. He's throwing it back to Davison Hale here. Davison Hale's going to take the touch, going to send it long here. Rawson looks to get the header on, but it's head back by Long Eaton, and that is full time here. It's 1-0 to Long Eaton. An incredibly disappointing performance from the Steels, who were very poor in the first half. They were much better in the second, but overall you have to say it's a fair win for Long Eaton in the end. The only goal coming from that great play, which like Rico Fyfe in. Thank you very much for everyone who's listening today. It's the FA Trophy on Saturday as we host Ossett United. Hopefully it'll be a lot better then. We wish the best for Long Eaton. We look forward to heading down there later on in the season. Thank you very much. I've been Adam Allcroft here on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel. We'll see you later.